All right, we are live. Welcome back to another watch party. It is the Nets taking on the Houston Rockets. The Nets have won two in a row, which is pretty surprising for this time of year, given the amount of players we have out and the team we had available the other day. I didn't actually do the stream for that, which is a little bit devastating, but regardless, I mean, a very surprising win, to be honest. I didn't think we'd win it, evidently, because I didn't want to, well, I wasn't available to stream it. So I reckon I would have, done everything I could to stream the game if I could. But unfortunately, that wasn't the case. So I was like, yeah, we'll probably lose this game. It won't be, no biggie. And in the end, we dominated them. I mean, we were up by about 20 at one stage. I don't know what the game high lead was. 22. There we go. 22. So we played a very, very good game the other day. 6 players in double figures. We shot the ball very well. 49% from the field and 37% from 3, which I feel like that's not all too common with the squad that we have available usually. 13 offensive rebounds in that, only the 10 turnovers. I think it also should be mentioned that we only got a half of Fred VanVleet. Sengun was out, and so they had a bit of a stopgap solution in the lineup with Steven Adams starting for them. And he wasn't too bad, but the bench really struggled, or so it seems. And they went really deep into their bench. I mean, Reed Shepherd was getting minutes. He played the second most minutes off the bench for them. Tari Eason wasn't too bad. Green had 29, but they didn't crack the 100 points because they were missing those key players that they usually have in the squad. For the Nets, though, I mean, every starter in double figures. Claxton had 17. D'Lo had 18. On some good efficiency. And Zaire Williams cracked 20 points, had 3 offensive rebounds, 2 blocks, a steal, and an assist. So a very well-rounded game by him. And we need to see something similar tonight, I would have thought. Let me just, hang on. Let me just change this up. Okay. Yeah, but I mean, only the 10 threes hit for the Nets the other day, which is actually a bit of an interesting stat, because usually we need to crack like 43 we need to attempt 43s in order to get a sniff of hitting 110 points or whatever, because we hadn't hit that mark for a very long time until the last couple wins that we've notched. Not really many free throws either, so I think it's like this team deserves a fair bit of credit. We had 9 less shots than them, but made 5 more shots. They didn't shoot the ball particularly well, for the Rockets. And from what I gathered from the discourse, it was not... it wasn't a great showing by Houston at all. They never really showed up. So, look, 2 wins in a row since November. And we can make it 3 with the win tonight. After winning 1 game in about a month. So, basketball, I mean, things change awfully quickly, awfully rapidly. But before that game that we just won against Houston, we had not cracked 110 points in about 3 weeks, which is staggering to me. Staggering. I mean, I would expect that we don't win a lot of those games, even if we hit 110 points. But our defense hasn't really been that bad. The offense has been shocking. The offense has been awful. Like, defensively, we haven't conceded over 110 points since the game we played against OKC about a week ago. So 7 straight matches where we've conceded 110 or less. And 5 of those games have been losses, or 4 of those games have been losses. So we don't have a winning record in that time, but our defense has been pretty good. Miracle Tree, welcome to the stream. Zach, welcome as well. Did I see Cam Johnson might not get traded? Well, I mean, he hasn't been traded yet, but I think that one's going to come down to the wire. So I'd just, just sip the lips, I think, because, we just never know. I feel like Cam Johnson, there may be a bit of like a leverage move at play by Sean Marks. There's been a lot of murmurs about like Cam Johnson, people or the media saying that he's not available, or the general consensus around the league is that the Nets are going to hold on to him. I don't know if that's just Sean Marks feeding information to the media. So someone else, a team comes in and says, well, this is like Cam Johnson is up for grabs and we can be the first team in if we put in a good enough offer. So Sean Marks may be using that as leverage. So I think that's the real key thing to identify with that. But I tell you what, in the last 5 days, there's been a lot of trade activity, that's for sure. Anthony Davis and Luka Doncic swapping sides, and De'Aaron Fox heading to San Antonio. A lot of movement has happened, and the Nets have not done any of that. I do feel as if one of our centers could be on the move, Claxton or Day'Ron Sharpe, because no Anthony Davis now, of course, at LA, and they're playing a small ball lineup, or Jackson Hayes at the 5, which I don't think is that ideal. Day'Ron at 13 the other day, great stat line, 6 of 8 shooting. Claxton, a good game. I feel like if Claxton went to the Lakers, goodness gracious me, that would be perfectly ideal for his career. He has not had a lob passer available to him and, dishing out dimes to him in years, like 2.5, 3 years. So I think he'd welcome that move if that was to occur, but of course it has not happened yet. And look, D'Lo also has been a very good contributor, which I would say is a little bit problematic to the tank. I tell you what's been really frustrating, seeing the teams below us lose by 1 or 2 points. I think the Pelicans have been guilty of that 2 or 3 times in the last couple of weeks. The Hornets have lost narrowly on a couple of occasions. The Jazz lost by 1 the other day against Indiana. So, and then the Hornets yesterday losing to the Wizards. I mean, at that point, it's like, well, what can you really do? Because the trailers are not helping themselves at all. If we go to the standings, standings. The Pelicans are on 12 wins. The Jazz on 11. The Wizards are on 8, so they're creeping up, but they are still a long way back. And the Hornets are 3 games back from us. We're tied with the Raptors now, and only 3.5 games back of Philly. But I don't imagine we're going to be shifting from really the 5 spot, I'm going to say. You can get a good player at the 5th pick, but just because we have the 5th best odds, it doesn't mean we're going to pick 5th. We could pick 5th, but we could also pick either side of that. Welcome to the stream, those in the chat right now. Hope you're all doing excellent. The Nets are playing the Rockets, going for win number 3 in a row. The Rockets are missing Van Vliet. Sengun's back in the lineup, and Jabari Smith Jr. is still out with, I'm not sure what injury, but fairly long term. Aaron Holiday's in the starting lineup, so that is a pretty small backcourt. And then Thompson, of course, is a bit of a clamper. I don't know how effective he was the other day because I didn't really catch too much of the game. Dylan Brooks and Sengun rounding it out. The Nets are running the same group that they ran the other night. All 5 Nets got in double figures, and then Day'Ron off the bench as well. No Ben Simmons available, so we are going to have to look a little bit deeper into our bench. Clowney out, Thomas out, and Beekman didn't play with the coach's decision, but I imagine he's going to get a crack because Tyrese Martin is on 2-way duty. And I believe Derek Whitehead is the same. What the hell is going on? I mean, if you're an AFL supporter, another death has happened. 3 deaths in 2 days. What the hell? And these are players that I watched growing up. All right, we're about to get this one underway though. Let me get the stream up. Okay. So, the Nets going for win number 3. The Rockets trying to end a little skid that they've been on. I feel like they've lost a few in a row. Let me have a quick look. The Rockets have lost their last 3 after they had won 5 of 6. So they'll be looking to get back onto the winners list. The third straight game we've had the same lineup, and that's the first time that's happened since last year. And of course, we're into the second month of this year, which is also very crazy to say. It's gone very, very quick. And we're already at the 50th game of the season. So only 30 or so remaining. I mean, there's not much... Before you know it, this season's going to be done. And, well, there won't be any postseason for the Nets, that's for sure. Unless they go on a bloody 10-game win streak, which I don't imagine is remotely possible. Anyway, the Nets have only won 5 games, believe it or not. Yeah, they've only won 5 games at home. So, I mean, they're probably wanting to give the fans a little bit of love for their support through this tough season, which has not been easy at all. Going to be interesting to see how the Rockets respond, because I think the art of playing the same team in a back-to-back with a couple of days break is the fact that you have the time to regroup, you have the time to assess what you did wrong the first time round, and of course you've got to make amends and you have a second crack at it. So the Rockets, of course, they have a little bit more to play for than us in terms of winning games. So there's a lot more incentive for them to get the W. So let's see what the Nets have got today. Are they going to reel it back in and realize that they have to tank, or are they going to decide that they want to win this one again and play like a house on fire? Zaire, fresh off 20, is my player to watch for today. Hope you are well, everyone in the chat. We are about to get this one underway, and I swear this arena looks very empty for a mid-season match, but of course, with only the 16 wins, there's not much, well, we've played some stinkers at home especially, so let's see what the Nets have got. Claxton's got it. 1-2 with Williams, and that's a shocking layup attempt. Sengun back in the lineup, so that's a man that they have been missing. He's not known to be a defensive anchor, but he's definitely going to hold Claxton more accountable tonight. And he's going to back down Claxton right now. Muscle his way inside. The double arrives. And guaranteed Claxton had his foot on the sideline after he got that rebound, but was double teamed. So if they're going to play that back down bully ball bullshit with Sengun, I feel like it's going to be incredibly easy for the Nets to cover. That was just the easiest 2 I've ever seen in my life off the inbounds. Thompson with the dime. And the Nets will look to get their first points on the board after that Claxton layup went wayward. Here's Russell, who gets inside, puts one up, and he got partially interrupted. Russell, my God, I just saw him give Brooks a little bit of an elbow. That could be something to watch later in the game. Wilson, the 3, splash. Because D'Lo, I reckon he felt he got fouled, and then, you know, there was... Well, they're defending each other on both ends of the floor, so I feel like that could evolve into something more. Nets going into a little bit of a zone here. Sengun tried to draw the foul and then weaved his way inside. It was a little bit fortuitous, but he gets the reverse layup, and Sengun has got his first 2 on the board for the game. Nets will get into this set again. Claxton will pass out to Russell, guarded by Thompson. The screen is set, and Russell finds his way into the mid-range, and that is down. So, 2 early buckets for the Nets. 2 early buckets for the Rockets, but the Nets getting a few more points, or 1 more point per possession to lead 2 minutes into the match. It's Green guarded by Johnson. That is a great like for like. Brooks nearly lost the handle, but shovels it to Sengun at the elbow. Drive in. That's going to be a steal. No, it's not. Oh, my God. Oh, you're kidding me. The most bullshit three-pointer with 0.7 on the clock. Brooks got it off a ricochet and somehow hit the 3. I don't know how he's managed that. And then Russell misses the layup. That was a great defensive possession by the Nets. I thought we'd made him use the entirety of the clock, but Brooks, an absolute magician, and then Green splashes it as well. So that is just fucking stiff. That's a... There's nothing you can do about that. So 3 minutes in, 5-point lead for the Rockets. Probably started much better out the gate. Williams, pump fake, gets inside, and that is not the shot you want to shoot. A mid-range 2-pointer with his jump shot looks awkward as hell. And it correlated with the outcome. Green's 3 is short. That's a good contest by Williams, but we can't get the rebound. Of course we can't. And the Rockets are nailed on to score a bucket here. You know it. Sengun, handoff. Brooks steps back. And that one rims out. So we get a bit of luck. Russell, as the Nets push, will survey the floor, give it to Williams. The extra to Johnson, and Sengun did not close it out. And Johnson hits the 3. So the Nets have hit their 3s pretty well early on. The Rockets doing the same, though. That's why they lead. Thompson. Out to Brooks. Behind the back. Gets inside. Lost the ball. And that is going the other way. Wilson, the deterring presence, as he closed out on Brooks as the second. So 10-8. And the Nets will look to tie or take the lead here. It's Russell. 4 minutes into the first quarter. Johnson will drive down the middle. Lob up. Claxton with the little ushering into the rim. So Nets have responded with a couple points. 2 consecutive baskets without an answer. Green, got it by Williams. Pitches it to the corner, and Brooks is off. Sengun got the offensive rebound, but wasn't able to complete the follow. And the Nets can take the lead for the first time in this game. Claxton flopped. That's for certain. I think that was... What is Clax doing lying on the floor? Like, that was barely... That looked so minor. So minor, and Claxton somehow found himself 5 meters off the ball. Looks like we may get an early timeout here. That was the biggest flop of all time. What the hell was that? He put like... He didn't put just one tub of mayo on that. He put multiple. So 10 apiece. A tick under 5 minutes gone in this opening quarter. Which pieces do we keep, if any? Something tells me that this is going to be the group. Something tells me we're not getting rid of anyone. I feel like, if anything, this is what, like, I feel like this is what Sean Marks is doing, is waiting for the other dominoes to fall, and then he's gonna like act and see what the state of the league is when that occurs. All right. But it really depends on what the offering is. I feel like Sean Marks is waiting for the best available, and that move, though, like that offer hasn't arrived yet. So I feel like that's what he's doing. I think he's being very, very tactical with it because he knows Cam Johnson's a good player. I mean, 20 points per game on 50, 40, 90 splits. That is no... Like, that guy's not joking around. So, you've got to get as much as you can for him. But I feel like it's one of those things that both sides are trying to exploit the other. Oppositions are probably trying to exploit the fact that they know the Nets are tanking and they know that they'd want Cam Johnson to be off their books because he makes us better. But that being said, the Nets know how good Cam Johnson is and they probably know that teams will pay up for him. So I feel like it's going to be a matter of which side gives in first, because I feel like it's a situation where both teams are they're standing on business. Like they've got equal benefits. They're just trying to get the best out of it. But the problem is when there's like an equal balance of that, it's going to be a matter of who gives in. Who gives in? I don't know. I feel like the Nets probably won't be in any rush because Johnson is contracted. I feel like if the opposition want this guy, they're going to have to come get him, you know? It's like oppositions are probably more in a rush to better their squad, if anything. The Nets called a timeout. What the hell? Beekman's into the game early for Russell. What? Oh, God, that is fairly lucky. Johnson misses the three. And it was batted out of play by Williams. So the Rockets will get into a set. This is, well, I mean, we have no other point guards available without Ben Simmons. Watford getting held out for just a little bit of time because we have no wings available as well. Clowney would have changed the way the squad looks a little bit. Sengun gets it in the post. He's doubled by Beekman. And there's a foul as he tried the reverse layup. The Nets had it well covered, but unfortunately, looks like there was a little slashing of the arm. So first free throws of the game for either side here, with the score 10 apiece, nearly halfway through the first. And wow, that is a shocking free throw. I don't know what Sengun's free throw percentage is this year, but I do feel like it's dropped off a little bit. There's been a few games where I think it's been a little bit questionable. Like hovering at maybe that 70% range. Sengun makes one of two, gives the Rockets the lead back but by only the slimmest of margins. Beekman is going to throw it into Clax at the logo, who will hand off to Johnson. Hesitation. Spin. Kick out to Beekman. We've got 6 to shoot. Beekman's going to need to make it happen himself. He's doubled. Claxton needs to put one up. And that 2 goes in! He got the bounce! I mean, that looked awkward as hell. I don't know why Claxton doesn't take the 2s more aggressively. Thompson missed the alley-oop dunk, and Claxton was able to shelter the ball and get the rebound. He's going to push it himself. And he's also forced the mismatch because of that. Wilson, the kick out to Williams. 3 hits back rim. Wilson gets the board. Kick out to Johnson. That's an open look. God. Lot of chance there for the Nets to capitalize, but they come up empty there and don't turn that defense into offense. Green, now in a switch, shoots a deep 2 over Claxton. That's not easy, but he made it look ever so easy. And it is back to a 1-point lead for Houston. A couple of lead changes now. Williams bounces it into Claxton. Will get it back. Drives in. Backdoor cut by Johnson. I thought he stood on the sideline. He didn't. Claxton's going to have to put up another one late in the clock, and that one is too long. And a rebound for Houston as we push the final 5 minutes. Green tries to shake and bake on Wilson. And there's a 3-second call on the Nets. I don't know who that was. that free throw by Green is off. So, few free throws being missed here. Tosin's into the game with Dayron Sharp, who had a great game the other day. Johnson and Williams will sit with Claxton. So we've got mass change here on the bench. Oh, Tyrese Martin is active today, which makes a lot of sense without Ben Simmons. You'd only have 8 players, really, or 9 players available. Whitmore's in for Houston. Of course, he's going to splash that one. And I think, based off the box score before, I'm pretty sure he only had 3 points the other day. Beekman gets inside. Well short with the floater. My God. Rebound for Houston. Whitmore nearly lost the ball. Sengun remains in, and he tried to blow by Dayron Sharp. Martin got a hand in there. There was a kickball. What a fucking bailout that is. I just heard in the background, there's no way you called that. I reckon Russell said that. That sounded very much like him. That's so stiff because, I mean, in any other universe, that's play on. But we can't have nice things, can we? It is... Well, the Nets have an all G League squad basically out there. Tate's it back into the game. I say back into the game. He just is in the game for the first time. Sengun uses the body nicely and then blew the reverse layup. Wanted a whistle. The Nets will run with a 3-on-2. Wilson gets inside and scores the layup. Well done by Jalen Wilson. Good body control. Let the defender go by. Used the body well and scored off glass. So, Nets doing a pretty good job so far in this game to remain with the Rockets. Green is well doubled and another turnover. Beekman and Martin contributing to that problem right there for Houston. And yet again, the Nets can tie this thing up at, 16. That's brilliant work. Tyrese Martin and Reece Beekman there forcing the error. We're in the final 4 minutes of this opening quarter. Steven Adams into the game as well, so they're playing a pretty big lineup. Thompson going to drive inside, stops, and scores the 2 as he hangs in the air. So ties it up yet again at 16. Beekman playing pretty valid defense here on Green. Whitmore picked up by Tosin on the outside. 1-on-1. Forced into a pass. Green's going to drive on Watford. The layup doesn't get the angle, but Holiday's there for the follow, and that is, you cannot allow that. It's not Holiday, it's Tate. How the hell have I messed that one up? Tate's like 50 pounds heavier. Oh my God. The Nets nearly fucked it up, but they recover it well. Beekman will roll it back out to Watford, who will drive on Brooks, and there's a foul on Brooks with 3 minutes to play. And it was as Watford was entering the paint. You've got to box out. Got to box out. So 18-16, Nets will get into a set as the quarter winds down. Martin, layup, nicely done. The seas parted. They all thought, I reckon, that a pass was being dumped off to Dayron in the paint, but not to be. And the Nets tie the game yet again. There's another double. Oh! Geordie's going to get his squad. Well, I thought he was going to challenge this, but it will be Nets ball. Another double team works in the Nets' favor. They've interrupted the Rockets on a possession yet again. The game is tied at 18 apiece as we will head to the box score and see what is the deal with the way the game has gone so far. It's been a pretty even contest. The score would suggest that. But quite a few players getting involved in the match thus far. Zaire Williams has not had the start that I would have hoped for, with only the 1 point and assist in 6 minutes of action. But we've gotten 5 points from Jalen Wilson. Clax has got 4 and 3 rebounds already. And Beekman off the bench, playing the backup guard minutes for today has got 2 assists already, an equal team high with Nic Claxton. So I think that would be a little bit unexpected heading in so far. But you can see the shooting splits are pretty even as well. Rockets haven't really gotten bang for their buck at the line. The threes are pretty evenly spread, and the Nets have made 1 extra field goal for the Rockets. Brooks and Green with 5 each. I don't feel as if Sengun's been all that effective. Only the 3 points in this game thus far. I can see that being a point of weakness. I feel like this is a great matchup for the Nets as well. Van Vliet usually cooks us, so I think we're okay in that respect. I don't feel like Sengun usually has massive games against the Nets. It always feels like we're in the contest against them. I do remember last year, though, Cam Whitmore, I distinctly remember him having an absolute blinder. And Dylan Brooks, I feel like, is bound to have a big game against us. Let me just have a look at what the previous... Can I see what the previous matches against Houston resulted in? Don't know. Nets Rockets 2023-24. We actually... Wait. We beat the Rockets... Wait, okay, no, we beat them once. Last year, we split the season series. The year before, we beat them twice. Sengun scored 30. I want to see the game we won by 2 last year. Cam Thomas had 37 in that game, but the Rockets came back from down 18 in the fourth quarter. Cam Whitmore had 19. Sengun only the 15. That was a home game. I do remember that one because that came straight after the game where we nearly choked against OKC. 2:30 to play here in this first quarter. Thompson's going to attack Sharp. What the fuck is that? He just fell over. How are you calling a foul for that? So, free throws here for Thompson. That is just incredibly soft. So 2:35 to play here. Thompson will be at the line for his first trip of the game. And that is a brick. I feel like they've got a lot of poor free throw shooters on the roster. Or free throw shooters that will miss 3 for every 9 or 10. Thompson makes 1 of 2. So the Rockets are 2 of 5 from the line. The Nets are yet to get a free throw today. Watford, Tosin, Sharp, Martin, Beekman, the 5 on the floor. And despite having such a poor squad, they have not looked like... They haven't looked like they're the clear number 2 in this. They haven't looked like the clear underdog, even though the talent on the court right now would suggest otherwise. Russell is back into the game, fetching Beekman. Reed Shepherd is in for Houston as well, though. Going a little bit deeper into their bench. Russell into Tosin. He's got an open 2. And he shoots over Adams and hits it with a hand in the face. And Tosin has scored a couple of buckets from that range so far, which is a great positive. Thompson will try use that Adams screen. Knock away. It was Russell and the save by Tosin. Sharp. Oh my God. You absolute spud, Dayron. Dayron did very, very well there to keep a hand on it. Martin airballed the 3, but Dayron's got it again, this time down low. Oh my God, that's a brutal block by Thompson. He was blanketing him in the backcourt when Sharp was trying to bring it up, and then on the shot attempt, much the same. Now Shepherd in a switch with Sharp. So he's having to do a little bit of everything at the moment. That Whitmore 3's off, but they get the long board. Thompson is given a bit of space. Tate gets inside, and he was stripped. The Nets have been great with the active hands at the moment. Been pretty suffocating, or not suffocating, but just more pesty than anything. So 8 to shoot, 116 to play. Adams with the right hand. The baseline hook is good. 21-20. And we're about to enter the final minute of this first quarter. Thompson. Now Dayron at the elbow. Bounces it into Watford. The kick out to Martin. One more to Thompson. It's an open corner tray. And it is off. Dayron with the save. Gets it to D'Lo. And the Nets will reload for a second try at it. D'Lo. They went under the screen. It's off. We get another long rebound. The clock will reset again, but Thompson goes early and scores off glass. So another offensive rebound leading to a good opportunity, and the Nets capitalize this time round. Whitmore. Rockets don't execute the 2-for-1, so they are going to just look for best shot available. Thompson they play through. Holiday the drive in. D'Lo got dumped, and Adams scores off the window. And the ref wasn't buying the Russell tumble over. 4 to shoot. Russell. Watford is going to have to shoot a 3, and that could not be any further from a make. And we've got a break. It is the Nets trailing by 1. It's not all that different to how things went in the first quarter the other day against the Rockets. They scored 23 points, but the Nets are 4 shy of what they did the other night. And it probably coincides with a lack of availability from Ben Simmons. The bench unit have been a little bit more pedestrian, but that being said, Thompson's got the 6 points, and he's looked the goods. He's got 3 makes all inside the arc, and he's scored a couple in the mid-range over the man, and then taken the man on and scored at the rim as well. So he is leading the Nets in scoring. The Nets aren't shooting it particularly well, but they have had 5 extra shots than Houston, who were shooting very good percentages. The 3-point volume hasn't been massive by the Rockets, but they are making those at a good rate. The free throws they'd want to clean up. Overall, though, they've got a pretty well spread output of scoring. Eamon Thompson has only got the 1 point, but the 3 assists are a team high, and he accounts for half of the assists. The Nets have moved the ball well, though, 8 times from 10 made field goals, which is pretty good. So I think the other thing is turnovers have been well down. Only the 1. The Nets are keeping themselves in the game because they are A, looking after the basketball, and B, are being absolute pests whenever they're playing defense. I mean, the Rockets probably got away with a couple of buckets purely off bailouts because, like, the Nets made the Rockets use up a lot of clock in the first quarter. So I think the main point of focus will be replicating the effort in the second quarter. Because once you fall off there, I feel like the offense is going to be hit. I feel like that's a given anyway. If you are enjoying the stream so far, make sure to drop a like and subscribe. Let me know if you are enjoying the stream in the chat. If you are new around here, make sure to say hello as well. That would be also much appreciated. We will be back here. I believe we play tomorrow, if I'm not mistaken. We play tomorrow. So we will be back here, same time, same place. So do not miss it. It is the tank off. Another one. We play the Wizards. And, wow. Pretty shocking possession to start things out for the Nets defensively. They just allowed a runway for Thompson. I don't know if I wasn't paying attention. I think we applied a full court press there and it just killed us. Wow, the Rockets nearly got a steal. However, that means that because the Nets still have it, opportunities open up, and that was until Dayron Sharp passed it to an unsuspecting D'Lo. Brooks' 3 is basically an air ball, and Dayron is going to be hit with the foul because he shoved Adams square in the back. Because that's a smart idea, isn't it? So, good start for Houston here. So Thompson will inbound. Shepherd. Across to Thompson. Quiet on the offensive end in the first quarter. Whitmore. Clock winding down. Layup. Blocked by Russell. Oh, you guys need to do nothing with this possession. 0.4 on the clock. Just face guard him, and I think you will be okay. But that being said, that's what happened before. They lob it in. And it is a shot clock violation. Well done by the Nets there. And see what I mean? I said in the my first quarter observations involved us playing very well defensively and forcing Houston into using most of the clock that they have available to them. And yet again, another shot clock violation is an embodiment of that. 10 lead changes so far in the game. Martin's going to drive on Shepherd. He lost the ball, and it's going the other way. I mean, we're going to need to attack that Shepherd matchup because I don't think he's that good on defense. He's not that well built. So if you've got the mismatch in size, attack him. Tosin nearly got the steal. Whitmore steps back for 3. That's short. A rebound by Martin. And I swear he nearly double dribbled. Martin to the corner for Watford. D'Lo's got Shepherd on him. We needed to attack that matchup. Instead, Watford puts a tough one up over Brooks. And that is well short in the rebound by Adams. See, that's just not a smart basketballing possession, I would say. Thompson. Whitmore flings it to the corner for Shepherd. That's a bad miss. They are not coming close on their 3-pointers. Really haven't put us to the sword yet. Russell. Wanted a foul? Oh, he's got it! How has he scored that? That was a 3-point heave. And it looks like there was a little bit of a tie-up on the gather. Brooks is the man who committed the foul. And that is smart. A bit of a chuck-up, but given the luckiness of the 3 that went in on the other end for Brooks in the first quarter, I'm going to say that that is, you know, us getting a little bit of return. D'Lo converts the Nets' first free throw attempt. The Nets are back in front again. The 4-point play well executed. Shepherd gets inside. Extra to Adams. That rims out. Get the board. Well done by D'Lo. A vital tap in there to get it to Watford. We had the numbers. And the Nets can build on this lead for the first time today. Good tie-up by Shepherd, but it somehow ended up with Sharp. And he's able to score on the bounce and get the lead back up to 3. So, bench unit starters have looked pretty good regardless against this Rockets outfit, who don't look that threatening. They're a good team, but they haven't looked that threatening. Today especially. Oh, that's just shocking work. I would be very frustrated if I was Jordi Fernandez. Whitmore has looked very energetic in this first quarter, and that putback 2 embodies that. What the hell is Tosin doing, bro? He's looking a little bit slack at the moment. The handle's looking a bit loose. Watford moves inside. He lost the ball. Like, how nonchalant are you playing, bro? Just turns the ball over again. Loose handle. And he's just lost his man defensively as well, but we're lucky that they didn't go there. Thompson off one leg. Gets the Rockets the lead back. Another lead change. So, 3 and a bit minutes gone here in this second quarter. It is basically identical to where we were at quarter time. Russell felt a bit of body, put the shot up and missed. And now the Rockets in transition. Shepherd hurls it forward. And Thompson did well to recover because he was falling out of bounds. That pass was a little bit too high for him. Whitmore shoots. Had too much on it. Nets get the board. We can run. Russell does well, and then Tosin lost the ball. Brother, what the hell is going on? Whitmore misses the layup. This is actually ridiculous. Who would have thought? Oh my God. Thompson, get sent to the bench, buddy. Oh, that's a charge. Thank you. This is just all over the place at the moment. This is the most back and forth shit I've seen with the least outcome possible. I mean, we didn't even get one bucket off the back of that. And it seems like, well, I don't know who called the timeout, but one of the teams felt compelled to just halt both in their tracks and just get both teams to regroup, because it has been very back and forth, but with little return. The turnovers have been running rife. I'm sorry, but Thompson has just been, in this second quarter, he's been like stinking hot garbage. He's actually been pathetic. Amount of turnovers he's committed here, just by being incredibly nonchalant with the ball. Reed Shepherd has actually surprised me defensively. I didn't think he was that good, but he's been very active with his active hands. He's actually been getting blocks and getting in passing lanes as well, which is pretty, well, a reason for optimism if you're a Houston fan. But we've gone from having one turnover in a quarter to having 4 in as many minutes. That is the issue, and we've exceeded the Rockets for that. The Nets are shooting identical to Houston. The only thing separating the two teams right now is a free throw. Otherwise, you're looking at the field goal and 3-point outputs. They are the exact same. There's nothing separating these two teams. And look, it goes beyond the box score. I mean, both teams are playing like they're tanking right now. It's been very tough on the eye. That's for certain. D'Lo's got the 6. Thompson's also got the 6. And you've got 4 players with 5 points for Houston. Brooks, Whitmore, Thompson, and Jalen Green. But Green and Sengun have been on the bench for a while. Thompson has played the entire game nearly with Dylan Brooks. And for the Nets, well, we're always going to have a lot more, what's the word? We're always going to have a lot more distribution with our minutes because, you know, we don't really care about the results. We probably care more about giving these more inexperienced players reps. So, 29-28. 4 minutes gone here in this second quarter. Alrighty. I swear Cam Thomas wears the same fit on the sideline every game with the beanie on. He loves a beanie. Claxton's back in. Beekman's out on the floor with Williams. Johnson. Thompson is somehow still out there, even though he's played like an absolute bum this quarter. And he continues that with a blown layup at the rim. Put too much on it. 7:30 to play here in the second. Thompson now guarding Green in a switch. Drive in. Beekman did well to read the pass. He got the steal and then he ran on a diagonal. Fed it to Johnson, who's guarded by Shepherd, who exceeded my expectations for defense. Lob up, and it was well read, but Johnson got it back and then was fouled going vertical by one of Tate or Sengun, who's back into the game. Johnson will get free throws here. Second trip at the line for the Nets. Looks like it's Tate who committed the foul. He got some ball, but he also got the body. So Johnson at the free throw line makes the first one and ties it yet again at 29 this time. Excuse me. One more free throw here for Johnson, and that gets the bounce. So the Rockets have Tate, Sengun, Shepherd, Green, and Whitmore. The Nets have got Claxton, Beekman, Johnson, Thompson, and Williams. Green gets inside. This is a very defensive-minded lineup for the Nets. Green steps back over Claxton, and that three's off. We've got to get the rebound, and we didn't. Shepherd, pass out to Whitmore, top of the key. That's off again. We get another offensive rebound the way of the Rockets. They blew another layup, and the Nets get a rebound this time. They're going to rim run, and Beekman is fouled on the way through by Whitmore. The Nets are, well, making their presence known in the paint. They're giving away a lot of offensive rebounds, but on the shot contesting, they've done a very good job. Thompson got crunched. Play continues now. Johnson gets inside again. Oh, that's a tough layup. He went into the body of Sengun and was not phased by the larger man. 3-point lead. Numbers collapse. Tate nearly lost the ball. He needs help. And Sengun's going to try clear out. But Beekman read the pass as Sengun looked for Tate in the paint. Johnson, again the layup. Yes! As we hit the halfway point of the second quarter, Keon Johnson in this second quarter has provided a burst of energy in only a matter of minutes. The lead's at its largest for the Nets in this game. The defense is a good group. Well, that didn't make any sense, but there's a lot of good defense with this group, and just as I say that, Shepherd from above the break hits his first three of the game. And they needed that. And then the knockaway by Shepherd, and he's going to get a layup, and that ties the game at 34. So, Shepherd, man, this guy's surprising me defensively. Johnson, he's feeling it. He's going to go at the rim again. However, that one is well contested by Green, and Shepherd, who was gesturing to the bench with a watch motion, is now going to head to the bench. I presume he played his allocated minutes at once. Play will resume for the Nets. Beekman, I could tell he thought about the three. Wilson's back in. Spin on Holiday. Decked him, but he's... What the fuck are you doing, brother? He's not even looking at the fucking rim. Like, absolutely zero awareness. Surely you just know. Surely you know. When that clock started from the side out, you had like 8 seconds to shoot. Thompson to the corner for Holiday. Good closeout by Williams. They'll bounce it into Tate, who's got it by Beekman. Williams blocked the three. Gets his own. Oh. Jesus Christ. The acrobatics. The fucking springs to not only block the three, but then run onto your own block. Nearly completed the play. The only thing he needed to do was finish his hard work and get the layup or the dunk, but we know Zaire's blown a few dunks in his time, so probably more sensible to try the layup. So Zaire at the free throw line to shoot a pair. And that one goes in. So 35-34. Lovely stuff by Zaire, though. You love to see that. The defense has not wavered at all in this game. The offense has been pretty suboptimal by both teams, who can't look after the basketball and can't make shots at the rim for dear life. Williams converts a pair. He's been very good at the line this year. 36-34. The Nets up 2. We have had a boatload of lead changes. The Nets playing a bit of zone here. Sengun's going to spin on Claxton and then be forced into a kick out. Green will step into one, and you cannot allow that. That three is going to open up a lot if we keep playing zone like that. Johnson, jab step, nope. He's going to drive again. On Holiday, he's exploiting that matchup Claxton's hit with the personal on Sengun. That's a really smart play by Keon Johnson. Probably a bit unlucky to not convert the play, but we're in the bonus now, so you like the attack on the rim, and Johnson's been highly successful, so bit unlucky on that occasion, but with that Aaron Holiday matchup, it's a smart move. With a pretty small defender on him. Thompson out to Sengun. Gestured for the three, didn't shoot it. Now Green guarded by Johnson. We'll fling it across to Holiday. 6 to shoot, drive in. Why did he pass it off? He had an open shot. Thompson's going to have to put up a 3, and that is another air ball and another shot clock violation. So they've had plenty of those in this game. The Nets yet again defensively being an absolute nuisance. So 3:40 to play in this second quarter. It's gone pretty quick. 37 to 36. Beekman out there still. Johnson misses the 3. It wouldn't matter because Claxton has committed an illegal screen. D'Lo's going to check back in, and hopefully we can get some good D'Lo / Claxton minutes to close out this first half. A turnover free. Yeah, turnover free end to the first half because we've had 7 turnovers this quarter. Luckily for us, the Rockets have had, well, they've had 5 of their own, so both teams very prone to the turnover game. Sengun, the kick out to Green. I don't know what the hell that defense is. Oh, they've done well to save it. Johnson with the springs. He read the pass. Oh, beautiful move. He's blown the layup. Oh my God. That's so clearly our ball. No, you have to review it. Review it. Review it. Review it. That is a fucking joke. Right in front of the official. You couldn't see. It's got his whole hand. Oh my God. Go to Specsavers, brother. Oh my God. I can't believe we've had to use a fucking challenge for that bullshit. Give me a fucking break. How on earth have they said that this... Oh my God. Johnson missing the layup. Again, pretty stiff. It was a good contest by Green to narrow the angle. That's so clearly off him. I can see it on the fucking broadcast and it's in slow motion, mates. It's that clear cut. Like, oh my fucking God. I cannot believe that. The official has fallen asleep, mate. It is not fucking 11 p.m. at night, mate. You're working, bro. Do you sleep on the job? If I slept on the job like that, I would get fired. I'd be fired. But here we are with these officials getting a job on a nightly basis. You'll love to see it. If you're enjoying the stream, make sure to drop a like and subscribe if you were new. We'll be back here tomorrow for Nets Wizards. This game's been very... Look, I said that there's a tank off that's going to happen tomorrow night, but the way this game has gone, it's almost like it's either a precursor or this is the tank off. This is the main event. Because my goodness, the amount of turnovers in this quarter, I think it's about like 12 or 13 between the two sides. And we had a pretty clean game in the first half, or first quarter, but fucking hell, this is fucked. The Rockets, I swear, like you've got your opponents that play well against you every single time, and then you've got the teams that suck against, like whenever you come up against them. The Rockets are one of those teams. I swear to God, every time we play them, they're dog shit. Alrighty. So 37-36, the score. How the fuck have you not seen that, brother? Zaire didn't even get a fucking hand on it. How have we had to use a challenge for that shit? I mean, that's what it's there for, but fucking hell, that is a shambles. D'Lo, drive in, layup. How was that rimmed out? That's unlucky again. I feel like we're probably 6 or 7 points worse off simply by not having polish at the rim. Green's got another 3, which he's going to hit again. And it feels like of all the players they've got, he's been their main man. I mean, the other day he shot 3 of 11 from deep. So fair to say he's playing a lot better than that today. Already hit the same mark. D'Lo's going to try answer. And that one is a little bit left. Didn't line up to the rim quite well. Green's probably going to... They're going to use the hot hand, I reckon. Sengun waves off Green to attack the mismatch. Brooks bypasses the closeout. Knock away by D'Lo. Claxton to Wilson to Russell. Beautiful play. Wilson the layup. We worked that one out very, very well. Quick passes. The ball was popping. And then a steal. Johnson with the strip. The Nets of the numbers. Lob. Claxton the layup. I don't think Clax was really aware of Johnson who was going to lob it up. Johnson had an open layup and he's gone with a little bit more complication there. The Nets doing a very good job of creating the knockaways, and then the Nets are going to get hit with a personal. But Sengun has had a very, very tough night at the office. Not good for my fantasy team, but on the flip side, for the Nets' chances of winning, it's proven to be very, very good. Very beneficial. What's going on here? They were too busy showing the replay of the previous lob completion by Claxton that apparently there was a little bit of work going on off the ball, which the broadcast did not show us. So could be some repercussions here. Let's have a look. That's not very that's not very... I don't think there's a lot in that. It was a left elbow to Claxton's chest. Oh, it's just the technical foul on Sengun. So this has been a pretty... this is like when you look at performances, you look at games where you have an absolute blinder and you'll never forget them. This is one of the more forgettable performances with Sengun. And Sengun's arguing his case as if to say, Clax fucking flopped. He's done that once or twice already in this game. So they're probably right, because I think Clax, as I said before, he's putting not just one tub of mayo, but he's putting multiple tubs of mayo on that. And I guess the ball doesn't lie because Wilson bricks the free throw. Why is Wilson shooting the free throw? D'Lo's in the fucking game. Why is Wilson shooting it? That's a bit of a questionable decision for sure. That's a tanker's move right there. Well done by Zaire. He's got long limbs and he's absolutely smothering Shepherd on the inbounds, and it was a kickball violation before the ball even got inbounded. Ball comes into Sengun. 90 seconds left here in this opening half here, with the game all square at 40. Both teams are 16 of 40 from the field. It's been that tight. Shepherd, one more. Green as the clock winds down. It's off. And we've got a foul under the rim. And I'm going to assume it's on the box out. And I think it's Jalen Wilson. He does this way too often. Physicality is good, but too much physicality is a little bit of a problem. Especially if your opposition's in the bonus. You're just gifting freebies, really. So Sengun at the line to shoot a pair. 118 to play in this second quarter. And that is another miss. Sengun, man, he has been shocking. He has been pathetic. Honestly, I reckon they'd be better off if he wasn't playing. Because fucking hell, he is looking... Oh my God, he's missed another free throw. He just cannot buy one at all. They are 2 of 7 at the line. The Nets are 5 of 6. So, Rockets with more free throws, but highly inefficient from that spot. Shepherd is playing great defense, but he's fouled D'Angelo Russell, who was trying to get the 2 for... Or not the 2 for 1. He was trying to get an and 1 opportunity by putting a shot up. It was waved off. However, both teams in the bonus now, so any foul will get you to the free throw line. D'Lo shooting a pair. D'Lo makes the first one. That's why you give him the technical free throw, Jalen Wilson. So the lead is 1. 1 minute to play in this second quarter and 1 free throw to come here. And that one rims out. So a little bit unlucky on that free throw. But the Nets have the most slender of leads. Thompson. Roller is Sengun. They did not feed him. They fed Shepherd in the corner. And he splashes it in. There's a lot of noise in there. Every Rockets bucket. How many Rockets fans are in there? There's the Turkish contingent, of course, because Sengun. Johnson's 3. Good response. And another lead change. I'd love to see the lead changes at the half. 44 to 43, the scoreline. Thompson. That's a very, very bad pass. Sengun does well to save. Brooks out to Green. Acknowledged Shepherd, but attacked himself. And then got swatted. And then Green is trapped. Oh my God, that's... What? What are you talking about? Oh, they're fucking taking the piss. 0.9 on the clock, and they've called a foul for that. Fucking challenge the crap out of this. Challenge it, bro. There is no foul. No foul in any world. Brother, you've got to be taking the piss. Oh my God. Fucking jokers, bro. That is never a foul. Ever. Oh, that is fucking bullshit, mate. If anything, that should be like an offensive foul. He's fucking leaned into him for that shit and still not initiated contact. Fucking hell. If you challenge that, that is an easy win. Because that is just... I'm sorry, that is an absolute shambles. What a fucking bailout. If that is not blatant match fixing, then I don't know what to tell you. 3 to shoot. D'Lo will step back for 3. And that is an air ball. He got blocked by Shepherd partially. That's the halftime break. I'm sorry. That is an absolute joke. We should be leading this at the half. Because that is not a shot clock violate. Not a shooting foul in any country, in any culture, in any sport. That is as soft as it gets. And I feel like Houston fans usually complain about about how they get done in by the officials. Mate, I tell you what, that is a fucking gift. That is a gift. Like, that's not even up for debate. That was just a load of shit. Fucking hell, man. I'm just pretty frustrated because that's just not a foul. That's just not a foul. Anyway, we're at the halftime break. The lead is 2 for Houston. Now, for context, this game has been crazy to the point we have had, well, I don't know how many lead changes and ties, which is frustrating because I'll tell you what. Here we go. Nah, there's no way. 10 lead changes and 3 ties. My ass. No way. It's been way more than that. Exact same scoreline from the first quarter. But the Rockets, man, they're getting bailed out in a couple threes. They're using the whole clock and are just getting bailed out either by individual brilliance or refereeing bullshit. It's never a foul. Does my head in. Like, really, I don't really know what to say. To be honest. To be honest, though, it's been a great first half by the Nets. Defensively been just incredibly proactive. Man, so yeah, you got to lift your game, buddy. 2 points and 2 rebounds and a block in a good bunch of time. That's not great bang for buck, but Claxton with the 6, Wilson with the 7, D'Lo has 7. He's not been all that efficient. Keon Johnson with another 12, and a silent achiever with this team. I mean, he's relishing the opportunity, and he's as the season's worn on, I feel like he's gotten a lot better with his play. I tell you what, the fact that no one has better than a +4 in the plus-minus shows how close this game is. With the bench units in, with the starters in, it's very, very even, or has been very, very even. The difference in the game right now, I mean, there's really not much. Nets have made an extra free throw, but that's been cancelled out by 3 extra Rockets threes. So the Nets have not taken too many 3-pointers. They've actually opted to drive it in to the basket a little bit more. And I feel like the fact that we've forced 9 turnovers, that's really assisted us in running the break and getting points off turnovers, getting fast break points. The Rockets are shooting 40% from 3. Sorry, 35% from 3. And that's probably an area we need to clamp up a little bit more. Overall, though, I mean, Reed Shepherd's got 11 points. He's been their best player, and he's come off the bench. He's been given 12 minutes, the keys, and he's played some great, great minutes. You know, 2 blocks, 1 steal, 2 threes made, 3 of 5 shooting. It's been a tough night, but him and Jalen Green, I mean, they can tip their caps off because they've been superb in their minutes today. They are carrying this team. They've got half of their points. Those two by themselves. So if it wasn't for those two, I don't know where the Rockets are, really. If it wasn't for Reed Shepherd, I don't know where the Rockets are. As for the Nets, the fact that we've got 5 players with 6 or more, that's good. We're going to need that impact to elevate just that little bit more in the second half. Maybe generate a few more free throws. The threes, we're going to need to hit more than 4 threes in the second half to win this game, that's for certain, because 8 threes is not going to cut it. Even though we're not taking him at a particularly high volume, so it's not really killing us. It's not like we're 6 of 21 or something like that. So I feel like attacking the rim's been a smart choice, but we probably haven't had the polish on a few possessions. Like, yeah. Let me just have a look at... Let's have a look at team stats real quick. Team stats. Fast break points, we've got 10 points to 2, so we're forcing Houston to play half-court offense, which they have not looked comfortable in. That is the reason they've been using the entirety of the clock. But as I said, they've been fucking lucky as hell with a couple of those. Like, they're probably 6 points better than where they should be. The Dylan Brooks 3, which was just a heave at the end of the clock, and then you back that up with that bullshit 3 to end the half, or the 3 free throws to end the half, just plucked out of thin air for Reed Shepherd. I mean, that's just a joke. Points off turnovers 12-6 is pretty good, the Nets have well and truly capitalized on all those turnovers that they have committed. And look, one other area I think we need to improve, the 9 offensive rebounds, that cannot be doubled in the second half. Because, yeah, I mean, we can't give the Rockets a bunch of opportunities like we are at the moment, you know? Because really, defensively, I think we've been superb. But it's just a matter of whether or not, you know, we've like, it's not necessarily a full 24 where you have to play defense. Sometimes it extends beyond that. You got to get the rebounds. You've got to remain switched on. Whenever that shot misses, you've got to be well and truly alert. You got to man up. And sometimes it may be 2 or 3 possessions in a row you have to just stay locked in for. But really, like, I cannot complain. I can't complain with the way we've played in this first half. It's been very valiant. Forcing turnovers, tough shots, only conceded 46 to Houston, who are a pretty, like, they're a mid-tier team in terms of offense. Defensively, they're pretty good, but I think today we've turned it up a notch. What has Jalen Green done? You can see on screen 11 points, 3 rebounds, and an assist. And he's hit the 3 threes. The other day he scored 29 and hit 3 threes. So he's interestingly enough had a quieter game, but sometimes I feel like that's a good thing for efficiency. Yeah. I'm interested to see what version of the Nets we get in the second half. All right. To be fair, we probably have to lose this game because Toronto, I don't think, are winning. They're playing the Knicks tonight. What the hell? I've just seen a report. The Mavericks could pursue LeBron James this summer should he decline his player option. What does that even... That'd be funny as fuck. Kyrie, AD, and LeBron in Dallas. Somehow I don't think that's going to work. I'm trying to see if there's like a comment made about that bullshit call at the end of the half. It's just fucking garbage, man. Okay. Okay. If you are enjoying the stream, make sure to drop a like and subscribe if you are new. We'll be back here tomorrow for Nets Wizards, so make sure to subscribe so you're notified. Because it's much of the same, really. This is what you're getting now is what you're going to see tomorrow. Losing today is probably a necessity, though, because I feel like we're winning tomorrow. So the more wins we notch up, the worse it is. But of course, I feel like certain teams aren't catchable. I don't think we're going to catch them. Okay. Alrighty. Just trying to work out. Okay. You know what? I have to give this team credit, though, the Nets, for being an absolute pain in the ass for Sengun. Sengun, you would think, is their best player on the roster. However, this guy has got like rookie bench numbers: 3 points, 7 rebounds, 3 assists. He's 1 of 4 from the line, and he's 1 of 5 from the field, and he's had a turnover. He's done absolutely jack shit. And so I feel like he could have a very unorthodox stat line by the end of this game. I do feel like he's going to probably hit like 15 and 15 in the game, like 15 points, 15 rebounds. Because I just feel like he's going to score a little bit more in the second half. And we're probably going to miss a few shots, which will mean there's more rebounding opportunities. Who is the Western Conference Player of the Week? LeBron. And who was the East? Donovan Mitchell. Donovan Mitchell with only 23 a game and 6 assists on good efficiency, but that's very surprising. I feel like there's probably a lot better players. Interesting look around the grounds. Miami playing Chicago, Cavaliers losing to Boston, and the Dallas Mavericks are down to Philly right now. Kyrie's got 23. Max Christie's got 13. Marshall's got 13. Exum's got 14. Philly have got 25 out of Maxey, 22 out of Embiid. They're pretty stiff, the Mavericks, that they've had to come up against Embiid after he's been out for a month. And they're missing all their bigs, basically. Lively, Washington, Caleb Martin's now there, of course, Dwight Powell, Anthony Davis. They're all bigs. They're all front court players, and they don't have one of those guys available. So doing well to remain within 6, but I'm surprised that Embiid hasn't just been an absolute monster. He's got 22, 8, and 7. Embiid's not really... He's a double-double machine, but he doesn't really get that many assists. Do you think we're catching the Hornets? Well, at this rate, I don't think so, because no Brandon Miller. LaMelo Ball's out. And I'm pretty sure we looked through this the other day. I think, no, it's the Pelicans who have a really tough run home. So I don't think we're catching the Pels. The Hornets have a lot of winnable games, but if they couldn't even beat the Wizards yesterday, then you can say goodbye to that idea. Third quarter actions about to commence, with the lead unfortunately being to the way of the Rockets, or fortunately, whichever way you want to look at it. If you are enjoying, make sure to show your support on the stream. Be much appreciated. So 46-44 the score. Alrighty. Okay. Okie dokie. So, alrighty. So, Houston up by 2. Couple players in double figures for them. Nets only have Johnson in double figures, but a number of other players have been well supporting him. But it would be very, very satisfying if we could have 2 more 23-22 quarters. As you can see in the bottom left, the first and second quarters were the way of Houston, 23-22. So can we see that 2 more on 2 more instances? Excuse me. All right. Second half underway. Thompson gets inside. Blocked by Claxton. Thompson gets another go. Sengun pump fake. And he scores for 2. So every quarter, the Rockets have started with 2 points on the board. Been the first team to register a score. Claxton. Russell. Down the middle. No look. Wilson gets by the closeout. Kick out. Williams relocated. It's an open look. It goes in. Fairly lucky on that, but that's his first make from the outside. He was brilliant with 21 the other day, but he's been not nearly prolific. Shepherd starting the second half. Oh my God. Are you fucking taking the piss, bro? Williams not remembering how to handle the basketball, and Shepherd swoops in after missing a three. Like, that is just... You're just handing them fucking points. Shepherd is not that good. I know it was a top pick, but he's not that good. Russell's to his well off. Thompson's going to push. Kick out. Green. Extra. Brooks. Stand and shoot. Splash. Timeout. It's a shocking start. They haven't led by more than 6. That's when you know this game's been very, very close. But, like, that 2-pointer that we've just gifted Shepherd, like, what the fuck is that, man? That's just shocking play. Like, unforced errors like that. Unreal. Alrighty. So, we've only had a minute and a half elapsed, but already the Rockets have scored a quick 7. So, Nets have got to just, like, lock it up a little bit. Limit the turnovers again, because first half, I mean, turnovers were pretty heavy on both sides. Alrighty. Alrighty. I'm so interested to see what trades occur. Yeah, I'd love to see what trades occur. Kyle Kuzma, a Kyle Kuzma trade's gotten a bit of noise. A bit of noise recently, with Chris Middleton going the other way to the Wizards. I'll tell you what, it'd be very interesting to see if Middleton contributed to wins on that roster. They'd be losing Valanciunas Washington, so I imagine they're getting more capital. Or sorry, they're getting Nurkic. That's pretty ghastly, having Middleton and Nurkic on the same roster. So, let's see what this team has got. 6-point lead for Houston. They've gotten off to a pretty fast start. Alrighty. Let's see what the Nets' response is here. Oh yeah, I forgot about the Zach LaVine trade as well. Well, Zach LaVine was traded in the Fox deal, which I mentioned, but... God, Sacramento, just the Chicago Bulls 2.0. With LaVine, DeRozan, and now Sabonis. Sabonis is better than Vucevic, but Vucevic has had a pretty good year. Russell, open look for Johnson. He's going to try his luck, and that was well off. You knew it by the release point. It was much, like, less rhythmic than it needed to be. Shepherd, guarded by Williams. 1-2. That's an offensive foul, and Sengun is going to be the man who commits another turnover. Jesus Christ, he has been shocking. So, Russell to Wilson, and now Johnson, guarded by Shepherd. Claxton's going to go at Sengun. Good Euro step. I don't think he's really tested Sengun all that often, tried to get into his body. So back down to 4. The Nets can get a couple of stops. That'd be nice. Thompson. Claxton overcommitted. Sengun had a little bit of room, and he scores another 2 right at the basket. So already doubled his point tally from the first half. That's how difficult it was in the first half for him. He was getting absolutely face guarded. Claxton, loopy pass into Russell up top. Now in a switch, flings it out to Wilson. Russell will get it back, and Sengun doesn't contest it. Russell has not been efficient today. I think he's like 2 of 10 or some shit. Thompson in the corner, guarded by Claxton. Goes baseline, walks a tightrope. I don't know how he didn't stand on the sideline. Shepherd missed the 3, and the Nets can cut into the deficit yet again. It's Russell. Cross court, that's a great feed to Wilson. Opened up the entire court. Back out to Johnson, and now Russell again on the wing. He's guarded by Thompson. Jab step. Staggers inside, and did well, but he didn't get enough English on it. And that is another miss for D'Angelo Russell. So he's been on struggle streak today, that's for sure. Brooks, a lot of space. Drives on Wilson. Initiated a bit of contact. Didn't score the 2 at the rim. So it's like there's a lid on the basket. Wilson's got an open 3. Brooks with a shocking closeout. That's another missed shot by the Nets. So very, very, very pedestrian start for the Nets here in this third quarter. 5 points in 4 minutes. Williams with the knockaway. Bats it to himself. But unfortunately put too much on it, and it went into the first row. So Zaïre's been very good defensively. It hasn't shown on the box score, but I feel like a lot of turnovers have been off the back of simply his activity. Green bounces it into Sengun. Good roll. Foul +1. So now Sengun's starting to get a little bit of a run on. And that's a great pocket pass into Sengun there. And Claxton tried to hack at the arms of Sengun. Didn't deter him, and he didn't get the ball. So Sengun at the free throw line had an absolute stinker today until the third quarter. Good response so far. He's got 6 quick points and another chance to add on to that total. And that free throw is off. Oh my God. I thought we fucked it up there. Good box out by Wilson because Brooks was banging down the door. So Sengun is 1 of 5 at the free throw line. Looking like me in a rec center, even though I don't even play basketball in a rec center. I don't even play basketball, full stop. Wilson. Oh, beautiful turnaround, but he somehow missed the layup. Or not the layup, the floater. He did well to get rid of the defender, though, that's for certain. Thompson down the middle. Good rotation, and then Thompson just threw it out of bounds. You love to see that. I don't think Thompson expected the defensive work there by the Nets, and Thompson was backed into a corner. Just threw it away. 7:07 to play in the third. 5 minutes in nearly, and the Nets are only on 5 points for the period. They're always due a quarter like this. Always happens. I tell you what, it would be really nice to see if he wasn't injured and out for the season or however long he's out for. Max Lewis. Would have been interesting to see him put up a few shots. Oh, God, that was a really questionable pass there by Beekman, who's into the game now. Beautiful work by Watford. Beautiful hot potato by the Nets. Well worked. Claxton's got another bucket to his name. And I believe he's in double figures. Sengun. Guarded by Claxton. Sengun's going to slowly make his way to the rim. Picks up his dribble. Puts up a tough 2. And that's just a throwaway possession, really, by the Rockets. Martin. Guarded by Green. Now, Watford in the low post. Guarded by Shepherd. Good knockaway. There's going to be a jump ball. Mate, Reed Shepherd has played superbly on defense. I don't know what it is. Like, he's been so good. Even there, backing down or having to be that post defender on Watford, still managed to get a knockaway. Like, that's great work. So 57-51, Watford and Sengun in a jump ball. Watford's going to have to bat it over his shoulder here. And it goes... I don't know where it's gone. Looks like there's a foul on the jump ball. Don't see that too often. Sengun's the man who's done so. So, 6:20 mark of the third. Rockets have outscored us in this quarter by 4. 11-7. It's not been... Rockets started pretty fast, but they've also found themselves in a bit of a lull. Deep 3 for Martin. Splash. I believe those are his first points of the game. Or definitely is the first 3-pointer of the game. Leads back down to 3. Sengun, kick out. Shepherd's open. Oh, that's a bad miss. The Nets get a ball. They're going to push the pace. But Martin's going to slow down a little bit. Good body control. Nearly got it to go, but there was a foul under the basket. It looks like it's Shepherd who committed the personal. And the Nets can get this back to within 1 with the free throws. Good screen by Clax on the previous possession to separate Brooks from Martin. It was an uncontested 3 in the end. And now Martin to shoot a couple of free throws here. It's so weird because these, like Martin and Johnson and these guys, they have some absolutely shocking moments, but they're also some, like, they're handy players. They're not always garbage. For two-way players or players that are like a year or two into the league, they're pretty good players. Like, Johnson's never played it really a full season in the rotation of any NBA team, and Martin's a two-way player. And they've definitely overperformed based on those accolades. Martin makes both. It's back to within 1. So, Nets have scored 7 straight in the last minute. A good response after they found themselves down 8. Tate was there for the backdoor cut. They didn't use it. Sengun backs down again. What the hell was he thinking with that pass? Trying to, well, fit a round circle into a square hole, basically. There was absolutely no need for that pass. The man he passed it to wasn't even prepared for it. The Nets can retake the lead again. Going for 9 straight points. Claxton goes at Sengun and scores off glass. The Nets have the lead back. And just as you thought the Rockets were getting away from the Nets have responded well. And there is a foul out front. It's on Watford. So, Nets scoring off these Houston turnovers. It's really helping out the squad. So after a very slow start offensively, the Nets have lifted their output. Not too many empty possessions in the last minute or two. Ball's inbounded to Whitmore. Brooks. 1-on-1. Drive in. Good spin move on Thompson. Well short on the little jumper from 10 feet. The Nets can expand on the lead now. Watford, the drive. Good feed. It's Martin right in front of the net bench. Splash! 61-57. A dozen in a row for the Nets. Shepherd the kick out. Tate's going to shoot a 3. You live with that. That's well long. Martin protects the ball. They can build on this run even more. Claxton going to go at Adams. And it was a hack on Brooks. And I would not be one bit surprised if the Rockets call timeout here. So, side out here, 4:25 to play in the third. Claxton goes at Adams. Body bump. And 1! And 1! 14 in a row. initiated the contact. That's what happens when you go into the body clacks. And he flexes, which he hasn't been able to do too much this year because he's been bodied in basically every form. The bench are loving it. Clacks at the line. Does not get the bounce on the free throw. No surprises there, but the Nets are 14 in a row. Shepherd's been out on the floor for the whole game, basically. Holiday's not gotten any run. Adams to Green up top. Drive in. Good defense by Claxton. Tough make by Green to end off that run at 14 straight points for the Nets. They lead by 4. Watford bounces it to Thompson. Screen. Takes it in. Over Adams! So, the Nets, after they had scored 5 points in 5 minutes, they have beefed up their percentages in the back end of this quarter and have already gotten 21 points in the quarter total. So, it looks like they're going to exceed that mark from the from what they did in the first 2 quarters of this. Oh, that's a foul. Unnecessary foul there by Claxton, trying to steal on Steven Adams as the ball was triggered into him. Dayron Sharp's going to come in. Claxton commits another personal. So we're going to get a little bit more of a bully ball center here with Sharp. And Claxton with some great third quarter minutes. When he's playing well, the team plays well. Probably why we're being dog shit for the month of January, because he's been mediocre. Thompson loses the ball. Beekman will get another steal. That's his third of the game. The Nets can run. Tosin, the cross, had it knocked away, and then they nearly got the steal, but the Nets unconvincingly recollect. Watford, their handoff was faked. And then he gets inside and shoots over Green and Adams. Both teams in the bonus. Whitmore, I thought was going to go early in the clock. He does anyway. Deep 2 step back. And that's not usually the shot selection you go for in the modern NBA, but it worked. 67-61. Watford's going to go at Green again. He knows he's got the size. Brooks overcommitted. Should I say Whitmore? Sharp got decked. How was that not a steal? Beekman finds Watford. And... wow. Oh, for fuck's sake, Dayron. Dayron got hit with a 3-second call. That is frustrating at best. But, oh, well, frustrating is one of the many words you can use to describe it. But 67-61 the score. Good recovery by the Nets. They were down 8 early in the quarter, but they've responded, well, outscoring the Rockets by 14 since that point, and they lead by half a dozen. The Nets have scored 23 points to the Rockets 15, so it's been a great third quarter showing, especially by Nic Claxton, who is 7 of 9 from the field. He's got 14 points and a couple blocks. But I tell you what, Trendon Watford is a plus 15. Jesus Christ, I don't really know how that's occurred. As I said, though, Clax with the 14 points. He's been very, very good, especially here in this third. I think he had 6 points at the half, so he's accounted for a third of Nets' points. Johnson has not scored, but a couple other guys have stepped right into the spotlight. Martin has gotten 8 points in the quarter. He's got 10 total, so he's one of only 3 Nets in double figures. Beekman's got the 4 steals or 4 assists, which is a team high. And he's also got an equal team high in steals. So even despite D'Angelo Russell going 2 of 12, we've got our two-way players balling out. And Nic Claxton is rocked up. Shepherd for the Rockets is 13, and so does Jalen Green. But they still have not... well, a lot of other players have not latched on to that and followed the trend. I mean, Shepherd's been their best player today. Eamon Thompson he's probably on for a triple-double. He's got 3 steals and a block as well. He honestly could have a 4x5 with 5 points, 5 rebounds, 5 assists, and 5 steals. But they probably need more points out of him. They need more out of Whitmore and Sengun and Brooks. I mean, you're relying on them to score 20 a night if Green's not going to deliver. Like, this is an outlier for Reed Shepherd. So the fact that they are still losing with that being the case, that is not a positive sign. If you're looking at things from a Rockets perspective, Zaire's been pretty good. He's got the 5 points and the 4 rebounds. He's definitely been proactive defensively. But obviously the other day he was well and truly on the ball. Today it's been a different story. He's been probably our 5th or 6th best player, which is a good thing, I guess. It's just surprising how shit the Rockets are. Like, they may go on to end up winning this game, but you know, still, they should not be losing to us with the squad we've got available. Oh my god. They nearly they nearly turned the ball over off a fucking, like, without even getting it into the front court. Given they inbounded it in the back court, that would have been embarrassing. Oh, for fuck's sake, Dayron. They've gone from nearly turning the ball over to getting an and one opportunity. Because Dayron just, well, he doesn't flop like a fish, but he falls for the fake every single time. So, 67-63. Tate at the free throw line to cut this one down to a single possession. That one is through. So back to a sole possession here. Nets by 3. Closing in on the end of this third quarter. Nets with a good middle to end of the quarter. Watford nearly turned the ball over, though, with a loose handle and probably should have been hit with an illegal screen. Watford hangs, got blocked. Beekman's got to put a deep 2 up and doesn't get enough lift, and it's offline. Nets have got to get back. Whitmore lost the ball, and Martin's leaked out, but that is not smart to go for. Thompson takes it himself and split defenders. Great body control and great ball control, really, because would have been very easy to lose the handle there. The Nets have 22 points off turnovers. That is superb. Beekman's just twisted his ankle. That's got to be a fucking charge. What? Martin lobs it up. Dayron! Ran it from end to end, and Steven Adams was trailing behind the old fart. And so it came with absolutely no resistance. Thompson guarded by Tosin. The screen. This is good defense. 7 to shoot. Out to Green. 5 to shoot. It's good defense by Beekman. Great defense. Puts up a tough 2. It's off. Get the board, lads! Oh, for fuck's sake. Whitmore, the jab step, the 3. Good, you fucking idiots. Oh, for fuck's sake. We could have gotten it out to double figures heading into the 4th. Watford, that is a charge. Oh, for fuck's sake, lads. You played a superb defensive possession and just completely cancel it out with the inability to get a rebound. Like, you've got to know if you're forcing a deep 2, the long rebound is going to be up for grabs. So you've got to place yourself out there. You've got to get the balance of staying home and sort of manning the perimeter a little bit. Good switch. Thompson, guarded by Martin. Hangs. Block. Oh my god, we nearly lost the ball again. Trying to fuck around with it in the backcourt. The Nets can hold for 1. Watford finds himself in a switch guarded by Green. Do not turn the ball over, Trendon. He drives it in. Spin. 1 more. He's doubled. Beekman. 1 more. Martin, fall away 3. And he's nearly banked it in, but the chances of that going in was slim to none. And so the Nets lead by 4. And given where the Nets were at the start of the third quarter, I will take that very much. The Nets go on to score 27 third quarter points. And the Rockets respond with 21. So a pretty good defensive quarter in the end, because the Rockets got 7 quick ones to start the third quarter in about a minute and a half. But Nets have done well to turn things around, flip the script altogether, and they're in pole position to win. Actually, are they in? I don't know if they are in pole position to win, to be honest, because a 3-quarter lead is a dangerous lead. Usually that is not very stable, especially with the team we have available. Like, we don't really have anyone to go to down the stretch. Overall, though, I mean, the Nets did improve their 3-point shooting in that quarter. Yet again, not at a high volume, but they are not shooting the ball too badly at all from 3. It's not too shabby, 35%. Probably a little subpar, but given the Rockets aren't shooting it particularly well themselves, you'd take it. Turnovers have been massive from a Houston perspective. Free throws, they've left a lot on the table. And overall, it's very, very close in terms of field goals made and field goals attempted. Amazingly enough, Claxton is 14, and that is the most of any player on the court to this stage of the game. Thompson's been well held. Shepherd only scored the 2 points in that quarter. He actually started the second half. Aaron Holiday, I don't know if he's ruled out, but he did not play a minute in that third quarter, despite being a starter to start the game. And Whitmore's got 10. Green's got the 13 as well. But, I mean, the efficiencies have not been great. D'Lo's got 7 points on 2 of 12 shooting, and here we are with a lead against the 2 or 3 seed in the West. So, very, very strange. But in terms of keys to the game this fourth quarter, well, we just need our two-way players to really step up in the early bench minutes. Yeah, in the bench minutes. And then obviously the starters need to lead by example and close this one out. Sharp's going to take it inside. Good handle! And the layup. Sengun was pressing him so closely from when he received the handoff. Oh my God, that's a soft foul off the ball, and Watford's not too happy about that. Some of these calls have been ridiculous. In our last 12 meetings, we have won 9 against Houston. So it seems like we're their Achilles heel. That's great defense by Thompson to deny the ball to Thompson. It means Whitmore's got it at the start of this possession, and he's going to move inside and has to shoot and scores very, very impressively over Daron Sharp. So Whitmore is a very good scorer of the ball. Sharp is going to back down Sengun with a bit of a loose handle. Watford gets inside, guarded by Brooks, and scores with the right. A very, very unique skill set that you don't see too much around the league, but another bucket for Watford. Oh my God, lads. I'm pretty sure there was a push by Daron Sharp. He's been a little bit stupid with these fouls to start the fourth quarter. So 75-69. Nets up by half a dozen to commence this fourth quarter. Scored a couple buckets on a couple possessions early on. Holiday is in the game, so looks like they've just made a rotational switch. Martin nearly stripped Whitmore of the ball. Now to the corner for Holiday, and Thompson's going to have an open look under the rim. That should have been a foul, I reckon. There was a slight nudge by Russell. So, benefit of the doubt given there. Russell. Watford. It's basically an identical play to before, except this time he has to roll it back out. What? Stood on the sideline, did Tosin. So a really careless turnover. So the Rockets can cut into this deficit just a little bit here. They'll look for Brooks up top. Screen set by Sengun. Brooks, well contested. Sengun fakes the direction. Oh, that's great defense. What? Oh my god. Sharp is getting absolutely slaughtered by these foul calls to start the fourth. He's had 3 of them in like 2 minutes. What? Oh, fuck's sake. Looks like they're backing Dayron Sharp in here because, well, Claxton would have to play the rest of the way if they bring him in this early. I don't imagine they want to play Sharp down the stretch. Williams is back in. Watford's going to sit, so that's an interesting move. Watford had been a good source of offense early in this fourth quarter. Sengun made the first free throw. We've got 1 more here. And that goes in, so it is a 2-point lead to start the fourth quarter. D'Angelo. Screen set by Sharp. That's going to be a kickball on, I believe it's Whitmore. As Russell was trying to slingshot it into Dayron Sharp on that roll. Russell going to trigger. Here's Sharp. Martin. Guarded by Whitmore. Tosin's going to come to collect the ball. Couple screens set. Tosin. Whoa, that is a rogue pass, but it opens up the shooter on the weak side. Martin wasn't able to convert the 3, though, so the Rockets can take the lead with a make. Thompson. Sengun. Body bump. Knock away. Good work by Dayron. Puts up a 2. It's great defense. Dayron on 5 personals. Had to be careful there. And he was. D'Lo going to drive on Sengun. Extra. Dayron. That is a hack. It's going to be free throws. Smart foul by Sengun, but, well, just as smart of a play by D'Angelo Russell. And, whoever found D'Angelo Russell on the outside, great work, because Sengun was, well, found himself out on the perimeter, and he was forever recovering. So Dayron at the free throw line to shoot a pair. He's usually pretty good from the line, and he knocks down the first free throw there. So I'm enjoying watching this game because we're actually in the contest. You'll love to see it. If you are enjoying the stream, make sure to drop a like and subscribe if you're new and you want to stay notified for when I go live next, which will be tomorrow, as Sharp makes that free throw. We play the Wizards. So if we win tonight, it's a very high chance that we win 4 on the trot, which is not what you're supposed to do when you're tanking. Whitmore. They're looking for Sengun down low. He's got Tosin on him. And there's a lot of physicality. And the defender's always going to get rinsed. Like that, like, what do you want him to do there? Like, both teams are fucking grappling with one another. Fuck, they're already in the bonus, so we can't get... Like, Sengun's just going to look to draw fouls. Turns the corner. Dayron with the block. Oh, that's so stiff. That was great defense, but nothing you can do about that. Dayron's playing some good... having some good defensive possessions, even despite being on 5 personal fouls and, well, walking a tightrope in that respect. The offensive rebounds have dried up in this second half for both teams. So less second chance points up for grabs, but the Rockets are +9 in that area. Sharp. Got to be careful he doesn't commit an illegal screen. Tosin scores with the right. Nets still keeping the ticking, or the scoreboard ticking over. Yeah, Dayron's got to be careful with those illegal screens. He's prone to 1 or 2 a game. I don't think he's had one yet. So on 5 personals, he's got to be mindful. Whitmore on the wing, guarded by Martin. Good defense. Sayer comes over to double team. Opens up Brooks on the wing, but that 3 is long, and I'm liking the use of Zaire as that help defender. It's really causing him a few issues. That is a kickball, but somehow the referee did not call anything. And it looks like we're going to get a sub here. It's Keon Johnson coming in. And it's Martin who will take a seat. So, Nets up 4. This lead has not altered from three-quarter time scoreline. Thompson at the elbow. It's a wide open 2. Splash. He's a hooper. Thompson? I don't know what his career high is, but he's got to be pushing that number. 8 minutes to play. And the lead is 6. Whitmore out to Brooks. Bounces it into Thompson. It's good defense. Good rollover. Brooks moves through. There's another foul. I think it's on Williams or Thompson. Another bailout here with 4 seconds. A personal foul. That's not smart. So 81-75. 2 free throws for Brooks, and that one is through. So, God, it seems like neither team want to let up. Two makes there for Brooks. Tosin's got 14. 7 of 10. It's well done. Beekman. Good move. Dayron. Passes to Johnson over Tosin. Euro. Layup. That's a shocking attempt. We've got to put one up. Johnson goes again. And he's blocked. Nope. He's fouled apparently. 3 seconds on the clock and Sengun is bewildered. And Udoka saw that there was a hit on the arm and he's like, well, we're not challenging that shit because we're going to fucking lose it. Let's have a look. Yep. That's always going to be a foul. So Johnson at the line. Good attack on the basket. Obviously, they've identified that Sengun is a point of weakness, because he has committed a number of fouls today. Looks like we've got a change being made here. 7:25 to play in the fourth. Dayron's still out there. So the last 3 minutes he's been stuck on 5 personals, but he's done well to... Well, as Johnson misses that free throw, he's done well to keep his foul game in check and ensure that Clax hasn't had to have a premature re-entry into the game. Brooks is somehow open in the corner for 3. I don't understand how the fuck that's occurred, but back down to 2. Little bit of miscommunication on the defensive side for the Nets. Beekman to Johnson. Shepard's back in the game. Interesting to see what their closing lineup will be. Tosin, well contested. He's trying to get it out to Sharp. There's another foul down low. And I think it's on Cam Whitmore. And it looks like we're going to get a timeout. So this game is tightly contested at 82-80. We're nearly at the halfway stage of this fourth quarter. And I could not tell you who's going to win this game. 30 people in chat. When the hell did this happen? Those people in chat, I hope you're enjoying this coverage of this Nets game. There aren't too many close games we cover this season, but this is well and truly one of them. The Nets have won 2 in a row. They beat Houston the other night. It's pretty clear that they've brought a similar intensity to what they did the other day. 82-80 the score. And I tell you what, this is a very unique situation. Not one player in this game, despite there being 9 players in double figures, not one has more than 15 points. Not one. Sengun's had a better second half, but he's still sort of a little bit, I don't know, disjointed on the offensive side. He plays a very clunky game. Shepard's got the 13, Whitmore the 12. Green's still on the bench, but I would imagine he's going to check back in shortly. And from a Nets standpoint, Thompson is leading the scoring for the Nets, the two-way, with 14. Clax has got 14, and I would imagine he checks back in very shortly, if not right now. Some good minutes by Dayron Sharp at the start of this fourth quarter. He's got 2 steals and 2 blocks, Dayron, to go with his 3 or 4 shooting. And this is all without D'Angelo Russell having a very good game by his standards, 2 of 12. So, damn, Jalen Wilson really has not played too much at all. Tosin's gotten that run. Beekman's had some good minutes. 19 minutes, 4 assists, 2 steals, and not a team high, +9. But he's been a part of the positive lineups, let's just say that. I'm interested to see how this game closes out, though. The Nets only the 7 threes in the game. I feel like 3-point shooting is going to be massive in the run home. We've only had 1 3 converted in this fourth quarter between the two sides, which is, I find that very, very intriguing. I feel like that is going to be a massive point of difference heading into the final 7 minutes. If you can make 3 or 4 threes to close this one out, then you're going to be what was I going to say? Yeah, if you can hit 3 or 4 threes in the run home here, I think it's going to create the world of difference, because the Rockets have only hit the 10 threes in the game. The Nets have only hit 7 threes. So Rockets are getting a few more points out of that shot profile. Although the Nets, the group they're running right now is not 3-point shooting oriented. Tosin was not fouled, and we've got to recover quickly because the Rockets are running, and it's Thompson who's going to slow things up. Sengun is now guarded by Tosin. The body bump. He fell over and got swatted at the same time. Run! Tosin! Johnson! Dunk! Beautiful work by the Nets. Defense leading to offense. You love to see it. Entertaining, team-oriented basketball. There's only 2 starters on the floor, and they're both not our best. Good work by Beekman. Oh, we nearly got the knockaway. Sengun needs to recover. He was on the ground for a bit. He puts up a 2, and that's off. Johnson with the board. Thompson got decked. It's a 5-on-4. We've got to maximize it. Beekman 3. Oh, Jesus Christ. Welcome to the tanking era, lads, where wide open threes are rim grazers. If you are enjoying the stream, make sure to show your support and subscribe if you are new. We're back here tomorrow in 24 hours. Same time, same place. I believe the same arena as well. We've got the Wizards here, and it looks like it's a timeout for Houston. I don't imagine Udoka's incredibly impressed with the way the Rockets have performed today. Nets have been really, really good defensively. 5:35 to play. The Nets lead by 4, but I feel like with the players we have available and it looks like the squad we're fielding to play down the stretch, it's not it's not optimal at all. I think we're gonna struggle to crack the ton. That's for certain. Thanks for the live play-by-play. No stress, my friend. Good to see quite a bunch of people in chat. I mean, it's only slowly built as the game's worn on, but yeah, we're doing these even in a tanking season. So, mate, I mean, I'm not gonna I am gonna talk myself up. Let's say that right now. But there's got to be some respect for my work here, because it's tough watching this team when they suck and when we're playing 3 two-way players at the same time. But somehow that's gotten us into a position where we can win against the 3 seed in the West. A little bit strange, but this is the box score setup. Yet again, we looked at it a few moments ago, but you can see the group the Nets are running right now, and you've got Claxton on the bench with D'Lo and Wilson. They all started. Watford's been half decent for us, and Tosin is a double-digit scorer in this game, and he's also not in. So, look, I think it's been a very interesting fourth quarter. Only the 1-3 converted between the two teams. Only one turnover between the two teams. A lot of missed shots. Nets have made 3 more field goals. However, the Rockets have made 3 more threes. The free throws also proving to be a little bit of a difference maker. The Nets have missed 4. The Rockets have missed 6. So that's going to probably count for a fair bit down the stretch or in the final outcome of this game, really. Amen Thompson has 6 turnovers, which is sort of hectic as well. So 84-80 the score. And we're at the business end of this game now. And as I said, I barely get to see close games. Very rarely are we in a close contest. When we win big. And when we lose, we get smashed. The last time we would have had a close game like this is probably... You're probably looking at the Lakers game. So 5:30 to play. The Rockets call a timeout so they can get into a good set. Shepherd the layup. Good block. Sengun's there for the follow. And Dayron probably didn't need to go up and contest that. But in doing so, he's ended up allowing Sengun to just score an uncontested putback. So it's back to a 2-point game. Dayron looking for a pass. Watford's back into the game. Beekman, 2 to shoot. Got to get one up. Layup. Got it! We're in the final 5 minutes. I swear to God, if with this group we win the game, it is an absolute shambles. Zaire bounces... Oh, sorry. Thompson bounces it into Sengun. Out to Brooks. Drive on Johnson. Too much size. Oh, he's blown the layup. That was an absolute... Well, that was like the platter was served to him. That was a free look and he's just... Yeah. Jesus Christ. I don't know why my eyelash is playing up. But we've got 2 free throws here for Brooks after he blew the attempt on the drive. Beekman's going to sit. Dayron's going to get sent to the bench as well. Very good 5.5 minute patch on 5 fouls. Very good defense, I can safely say. It's a great shift. So now it's going to be down to the big boys to close it out in D'Angelo Russell and Claxton. Even Beekman put in some good minutes. Wait, no, Beekman's still in. Only change is Claxton in, no Russell. Brooks makes both. So he's been pretty reliable for them. Very interesting closing lineup. You won't see this around the league. Beekman, Watford, Claxton, Williams, and Johnson. There is no shooting with this group. So I think Geordie's trying to throw the game. And look, if we win this, it's going to be very surprising. Johnson, where's the foul? What? They've called a foul on the floor. He drove it in and gathered. The foul's on the gather. Oh, fuck's sake, man. So Sengun, another personal foul. Beekman's going to inbound to Claxton. We've got 4:20 to play in the fourth quarter. Backdoor cut by Watford was initially on. Williams, back iron. And Johnson gets clattered. Thompson hits the deck. Johnson will head to the free throw line. It's a loose ball foul. And with both teams now in the bonus, any foul will have you destined for free throws. So Keon Johnson to shoot 2. He's missed a couple free throws today, which means I'm not overly impressed with the chances of him getting 2. But he converts that one, so we're half of the way there. I have forgotten that Tari Eason is not playing. He did play in the first meeting between these two teams the other night. D'Lo's back into the game for Beekman, so Beekman, great minutes, has meant that Russell and Claxton, for that matter, as Johnson makes both, they're really refreshed for these final 4 minutes. So I wonder if D'Lo is going to become a tank commander. Shepherd is getting pressed by Zaire Williams. It's good defense. Sengun, drive. Watford comes over to help. It's a double, but Shepherd's open for 3. Got it. Not really sure about leaving Reed Shepherd open. Given the way he's played today, that doesn't seem all that smart. Inside the final 4 minutes, the lead is 1. Russell gets inside. Layup is blocked. Rebound by Shepherd. It's a 2-on-1 break. Lob. Johnson with the read. Shepherd blocked by Williams. And that is one of the benefits of having, like, what feels like a 50-inch vertical with Keon Johnson. He can intercept alley-oop passes like that, which a lot of players wouldn't have been able to get to at his size. So 88-87 the scoreline. Looks like we've got another timeout at the 3:30 mark, and the Nets are clinging on here to a very, very slender lead, but it's making this game pretty entertaining nonetheless. So, Jesus Christ. Around the grounds, let me just have a look and see what's going on with tanking teams. Ooh! There are a lot of close games around the league. Philly just pipped Dallas by 2. Miami are leading by 9 over Chicago. That is the biggest lead of any game on right now. The Raptors are only down by 5 on the Knicks, who were up by 17 at the main break. And the Celtics are up by 4 on the Cavaliers. The Raptors are within 1. I almost feel compelled to have this on another screen. I'm getting this game on. I'm getting the Raptors game on alongside. And I'm just like gonna have that up in another window. The score is 88-87. The Rockets will have the ball, but the Nets stopped a fast break attack to ensure that the Rockets are going to have to play in the half court where they haven't been so good. Oh my God. Wait, what? Achiuwa's just hit this ridiculous deep 2 for the Knicks as the clock winded down. Sengun backs in and had Claxton right under the hoop, and the Rockets lead by 1. So, the 20th lead change of the game. There hasn't been one since the 3rd quarter, though, so that tells you how close it was in the first half. Johnson gets inside, doesn't get the layup to go, and this is what happens when you run this group. So 3 minutes to play. It's a 1-point lead. It's sort of funny how the minute Claxton and Russell came back in, it's hit a wall. Claxton with the block. Get the board. Oh, you idiots. Oh, that's so fucking frustrating, man. 2:50 to play. We've forced another miss at the rim, but the problem is every single time we've got a center going up to contest the shot, it's always going to leave the opposing center open for that offensive rebound. It's happened multiple times, and it has happened there again. Sengun has not been good at the line, but he did make his last 2. Sengun's got 18 rebounds in the game. Fucking ridiculous, really. At the line, that one goes down. So I did say he was destined for a 15-15 type game at the main break. But he's somehow exceeded that. I thought I was being unreasonable with the rebounds, but he's probably on track for 20 and 20. Get the board. It's a miss for Sengun. It is a 2-point game. We are in the final 3 minutes. The Nets of Russell, Johnson, Claxton, Williams, and Thompson, the 5 on the floor. Russell, oh God, that's a really scary pass that D'Lo just sent there. He's going to get it back here, D'Lo. 5 to shoot. Bounces it into Claxton. Got to put one up. Got to put one up. It's a deep 2 and it hit back rim. He's probably tried so many of those in shoot around. Oh, that's fucking annoying, man. Sengun. One-on-one. The double arrives. The numbers roll over. Shepherd on the opposite wing. 4 to shoot. Is going to drive in. Acceleration. Block! Get out! Thompson with the board. Oh my god. Thank fuck for that. Reed Shepherd, bro. He has played with unbelievable energy. Second time in the game that Thompson's nearly turned it over in the backcourt after we've forced a miss. Like, no one is doing that. Oh my god. Thank fuck for that. We nearly had an 8-second violation. So, 1:45 to play. Johnson gonna drive in. The scoop. Oh my god. He has blown so many layups. The tank commander is well and truly alive. Sengun, the lob. He's hit it off the backboard. And then, oh my god. That is the biggest bit of shithousery I've ever seen for an and one. He's thrown it off the backboard. The pass was that shit that it ended up back with him. And he's gone and scored +1. And he had the audacity to flex. Brother, you're playing on 2 twigs. You're playing on 2 twigs. You should be cooking us. Look at our team. So he's got a free throw here. And as always, yeah, that flexing didn't get you far. You fucking missed another free throw. So it's a 4-point game. The Nets have not scored in God knows how long. Why is Keon Johnson just had the ball the whole possession, every possession? Russell 1-on-1, a step back 3. That's off. What is this tanking? This is so blatant. Thompson wrestles it away. It's a 2-on-1. Shepherd pulls up and he hits back rim. And oh my god, they've gotten another offensive rebound. Green's going to put up a 3 and miss it entirely. Run! Run! D'Lo, blow by. Oh my god, a Williams 3. Splash! Oh my god. This is the most blatant tank job. Geordie has guaranteed told them to just shoot 3s or give the ball to Keon. That's it. They can go for a 2-for-1. It looks like we've got a timeout here. Goodness gracious me. They had 3 goes at it to extend this lead out. Instead, it's a 1-point game. A 3 would, I'd say, almost put it out of reach for the Nets. But, look, they're drawing up a play. It's going to be interesting to see. Like, D'Lo had an open fucking layup and he's gone for the 3 ball. But that is a massive hit by Zaire. Meanwhile, in Tanker Watch, I'm watching the Knicks Raptors game. The Knicks are up by 3, step back 2, and Brunson just hit it. So Raptors look like they're probably going to lose this one unless they go crazy in the final minute. They're down 5. There's a lob. Barnes. Oh, he got a whistle. So 92-91. If you are enjoying the stream, make sure to drop a like and subscribe if you are new. We'll be back for Nets versus Wizards tomorrow night. Same place, buddy. So 37 seconds to play. And look, the Nets have tried to tank the shit out of this in the final 4 minutes. That's for certain. They have gone cold from the field, and that is not really surprising when it's only Keon Johnson shooting contested layups and 3-pointers. But even despite that, the Rockets have played like a tanking team themselves. I reckon we haven't had too many worse opponents this season. Excuse me. Rock up to the Barclays Center. Tyrese Martin's in for defense. I don't know why Beekman's not on the floor because he's been great. But we've got Williams guarding Green. We've got Johnson guarding Shepherd. Claxton out there with, well, manning up Sengun, and Thompson guarding the inbounder, which is Thompson. Brooks is guarded by Martin on the weak side. He'll get it here. Looks like they're not going 2-for-1. They're going to go for a best possession available. Sengun, the blow by. For fuck's sake, man. So 29 seconds left. And look, Sengun's been fouled here by Thompson. Claxton got absolutely killed on that possession. And Thompson had to be the help defender and rotate across. So Sengun is 40% from the line in this game, which means that God knows what the outcome's going to be here. He's 71% on the year, but he's incredibly below par. And Dayron's going to come in for rebounding. I can see him in the background. Sengun makes the first under pressure. But you have to get this rebound. So a 5-second difference between shot and game. It's an awkward situation for the Nets because even if they score and tie or take the lead, the Rockets will have a chance to win this game. And that's provided the Nets score. Dayron in for rebounding. Claxton is also out there. Sengun has missed 6 free throws, but he makes both. Ice in the veins, and so the Nets. Now, this is going to be interesting by Geordie. Is he going to go for an early clock 3 or 2 and try play the long game? We're using a timeout right now, so I just feel like we're drawing up a play for a 3. Nailed on. So this is going to be interesting to see what the Nets decide to do here. 3-point game. Let's get a box score check up. Let me do a little bit of updating here. Zaire's been pretty decent. Hit a clutch 3. Are they going to look to him again? There's just no way Zaire Williams is going to be the guy that they try to free up as an open shooter. You can see that Sengun has just beefed up his box score in the second half. For the Nets, we've got no player with more than 20 points. But a pretty well spread distribution of scoring. Shepherd's got 16. He's had a great game today. 2 steals, 2 blocks, but it goes far beyond that. And Thompson is, well, he's had a very well-rounded game as well, including the turnovers. Jalen Green's been really quiet in the back end of this game. Brooks has hit some big threes, but this is going to be an interesting closing, I think. The Nets probably lose this game, I think. It looks like the Raptors have lost. So if the Nets win, they will go above Toronto. So 29 seconds left in the game. 5-second difference between shot and game. The Nets are just going to need to hit a bucket. I don't know if they're going to go early. I don't know if they're going to go... Well, they've got Claxton out there, so doesn't look like they're going for shooting. So maybe they're going to go a quick 2. It's going to be Johnson inbounding to one of Thompson, Russell, Claxton, or Williams. Got to get it in. We get it in to Claxton. D'Lo is going to come to the ball. Switch. Russell. Oh my God. He dribbled it off his foot. We didn't even get a shot off. D'Lo has actually played like a tank commander today. He didn't even bounce it off his foot. It just... That's a weird bounce of the basketball. I tell you what. It's a little bit strange. It looked like it had a little bit more air in it, and it bounced a lot higher than it should have. So 94-91. Sengun's going to inbound the ball. They're going to be doing a fair bit of face guarding here. They get it into Holiday. Trap arrives. Sengun is fouled. So, look. Well, Sengun's going to need to hit some more tough free throws here. So, he has missed 6 free throws of his 12. So, is he going to be able to hit the free throws? D'Lo, man. Interesting job. 18 seconds to play. Sengun makes the first. So that would almost put it beyond doubt. I mean, the Nets have a timeout remaining with 18 seconds to play. But I'm going to assume they're going to look to move it quickly and save that timeout. So 95-91 the score. 18 and a half seconds remaining. Sengun is going to be the man who, well, he's going to make both of them. So he's clutched up in the late game to hit these late game free throws. Russell into Johnson. He's going to put on the Jets. What the fuck is he doing? Oh, that's a good change of direction. Beautiful dunk. And now we've got to play tight defense here. Brooks is instantly fouled. Like, they're just calling fouls for fucking simple shit. That wasn't even a foul. 96-93 the score. Going for a 2 probably has not helped us out there. We're banking on 2 misses at the free throw line, and we used half the clock. So 9.5 seconds there. Brooks is going to have 2 free throws here. Oh, he's missed it. So the window is slightly ajar with 1 miss. Is Geordie going to use this timeout now? I reckon you can't afford to use it. So Brooks with 1 more free throw. Pressure is on to make it. You got to get the rebound if he misses. Oh, he got the bounce, the lucky bastard. And Geordie is going to call this final timeout. So I think, well, you have to shoot a 3. But even still, you know, you got to do a lot more than that. The 3 is like a very small piece of the puzzle to try and win this game. But we blew the opportunity. We really did. We really did. Okay. So 9.5 on the clock. It is this group that I believe have been playing the last 4 or so minutes. D-Lo, man, don't be a terrorist. Just, I don't even give a shit if we lose the game. Just fucking put a shot up. Like, it would have been very interesting if D-Lo had have scored that 2-pointer on the drive, because then we would be going for the win here, I reckon. It's a 4-point game. Thompson got to get it in. Where the fuck is he throwing it? Johnson, quick trigger. Splash. 7 seconds to play. Do not let it in. Oh, turnover. 3, Russell. Yes. Yes. Bang. Ice. Ice. In the veins. Whoa! I've lost my voice. They have fluffed it. But there's 1 possession left. 3 seconds on the clock. The Rockets turn the ball over off the inbounds pass after Johnson hit the 3. And D'Lo, top of the key, above the break. Splash! And I'm pretty sure it's from that exact spot where he hit that deep 3 against the Lakers. Thompson with turnover number 7. Tosin batted it out. D'Lo has been awful from the field all game long. And out of nowhere, the Nets have the lead back. They had no timeouts remaining. They were fucking cooked. They'd have to take it the length of the floor. And they were also banking on, well, the Rockets missing shots if they wanted to get this game over and done with. The Nets have somehow gotten the lead. The Rockets have no timeouts remaining. Whoever contested Dylan Brooks, that's where Thompson was looking to coordinate the pass. Yeah, that's where Dylan Brooks or Thompson was looking to coordinate the pass. That was great ball pressure or off-ball pressure because, my God, Thompson just had to nail the pass, but Brooks he fumbled the pass. They've got Thompson, Sengun, Brooks, Green, and Shepherd on the floor. The Nets have got an all-defensive lineup. Let's see what they go for. Into Green. Good defense. Oh, it's a 3. No! Oh, we won! We won! What the fuck? Shengun, up yours, buddy! Up yours! Who's flexing now? Look, I'll tell you what. Tanking is, look, we need to be tanking, but at the same time, wins like these are so sweet. What the fuck? How do we win? And the instinct is, I have to celebrate when we win. How the fuck has he hit that? I cannot believe the Rockets have fluffed it at the final whistle. We tanked the shit out of that as well. Oh my God. The pro tank accounts are going to be losing it. What the fuck? Oh my God. And that's why you never turn the game off. We have beaten the Rockets 2 games in a row. 2 games in a row. The Rockets put up 30 in the fourth. The Nets have improved as the game wore on. I haven't even updated the scoreline. I was in that much of a frenzy that I didn't even think to change the scoreline. And believe it or not, D'Lo played the tanker's performance. He turned the ball over multiple times in the last couple of minutes. He missed shots in the last couple of minutes. He only scored 10 whole points in the fucking game. He ended up shooting what? What did he end up shooting? It hasn't even updated the box score. It looks like the interns are also bewildered by this result. Oh, for fuck's sake. It's like lagging and shit. Why the fuck is it lagging now? Oh my God. I can't believe my eyes though. All right. Since I can't fucking see the box score because it's being a bit of a prick right now. D'Angelo Russell before that make was 3 of 14. 3 of 14. He'd only had 7 points to that point in the game. No, sorry, he was 2 of 14. He was 1 of 6 from deep. And he goes on to hit the 3 ball. I did say that hitting threes would be the difference maker about halfway through the fourth, but I didn't anticipate 2 threes to occur within the space of 15 seconds. Down 4 to somehow win the game. Keon Johnson ended with 22 points, man. What the fuck just happened? That's really funny in the sense that Sengun was flexing his muscles against a team that's tanking, and then his fucking team did that. His team did that. Thompson, for all the good performances he's had this season, he had as many turnovers as he did points. So even though he was a team high in the plus minus, he's wound up making the costliest mistake you possibly could make. Sengun with 20 and 20. Brooks scored 16, but obviously even if he made both free throws, it wasn't going to matter for much. Jalen Green didn't score for a long time in this game. I think he had 13 at the start of the third quarter, and he ends up with the exact same amount 20 minutes later. Reed Shepherd played a superb game. Got to give him props. He was a troublemaker. And on the Nets end, 22 for Keon Johnson. I don't think that could have been anticipated, but the bench really delivered. Reese Beekman's minutes were he was a plus 11 in 21 minutes. So the bench was no slouch. Dayron Sharp put in some great minutes. He was on 5 fouls for about 5 minutes in the fourth, and he did not commit a foul, and he got some stops for us. 3 blocks, 2 steals to go with the 8 points. 4 dimes is heavily impressive. D'Lo scoring 10 on 3 of 15 shooting is comedy, and we still won the game because one of his 3 makes was the go-ahead basket. Zaire Williams with the 8 points, the 7 rebounds, not quite replicating his efforts. Believe it or not, though, 3 of the last 4 buckets for the Nets were 3-pointers. We didn't hit a 3 the whole quarter until the final 3 or 4 minutes of the game. So, yeah, and Thompson and Tyrese Martin combining for 24 off the bench on good splits. I think that's also something that you've got to acknowledge and respect. We end the game with a lot less free throws, but our shooting percentage was a lot better than theirs, and their turnovers were through the roof. I mean, in the first half, in the second half, we blanketed them. Even though we were missing a lot of shots down the stretch, for some reason, the Rockets just could not make their opportunities. They had a lot of them as well. Second chance points, there were plenty of those chances too. I mean, if we look at points off turnovers, 25-15 our way. Fast break points, we had 21-5, so we forced them to play in the half court for much of the game, and for a team that only shot 41% on the night, they probably would have wanted to play with a little bit more pace. Points in the paint, we outscored them by 12, which is a pleasant surprise. Winning a game having only made 10 threes is the more impressive thing for me, because usually we take a lot of threes. So the fact that we were able to somehow come up with the win, I think that shows a lot about our defense more than anything. 10 steals and 9 blocks in this game. And even though we gave up 16 offensive rebounds, we had just done enough in all the other areas to get the victory. 37% from deep, 46% from the field, and 4 less turnovers in the end. So it's mixed emotions, because we really should not have won that. In terms of not winning it because we needed to lose for the tank, and also for the fact that we were in no position to win with about 20 seconds left. Down 4. Most games, it usually works out that you miss a 3 and the game's over. But I don't think I can recall a game where the Nets have actually won a game like this. I feel like there's been a few games we've lost in this fashion, but never a game we've won like this, especially on stream. So, goodness gracious me, I did not expect that to be the outcome, especially late in the game. Sorry I left the chat. What happened? How did they win? Well, I don't know how we won, but yeah, I'm just in a little bit of awe, to be completely honest. I don't know how this has happened. So all the anti or the pro tankers are crashing out on Twitter. I can already imagine. There's one account, Brooklyn85. Within the space of 6 minutes, he went from phew to what the actual fuck, I turned it off. And then the ultimate crash out. We don't want wins. We don't want no man's land. Tell your stupid GM to tank correctly. Enough of the half in, half out nonsense. You traded the Suns and Mavs future for your picks back to half-ass it. We don't even have CJ, man. Nets lose games like that when we want to win. When we want to lose, they steal them. Actually makes me want to break my TV. Sean Marks should get fired. He botched this. Trading for D'Lo was fireable given the situation. He was 3 of 15 in the game, and he turned the ball over and missed the shot in the final minutes. We tanked perfectly until the finish line. He played Thompson the whole fourth quarter. He played Thompson the whole quarter, and we still won the game. That's unreal. God, the Rockets fucking choked. Their fan base would be livid. Their fan base would be livid. Well, anyway, that's going to wrap it up for what was the most ridiculous ending I think I've ever done on one of these streams. I couldn't believe my eyes, actually. To the point where I didn't even update the scoreboard for like 5 minutes after it happened. Somehow with Cam Thomas, Cam Johnson, Noah Clowney. Wait, Cam Thomas was a coach's decision tonight. But he was in street gear. That's a bit odd. Noah Clowney, Cam Thomas, Tariq Whitehead, Bogdanovich, Lewis, Melton, Simmons, Johnson, all out. We somehow beat the Houston Rockets, who in the standings coming into the game were the 3 seed. They've now lost 4 games in a row. They've lost 2 of those to us. They've lost the season series. Sengun is going to cry himself to sleep because he flexed on a bunch of bums and then lost the game. And now all of a sudden they're reeled right back into the logjam in the middle of the Western Conference, really, which is good for us because we own their pick. But at the same time, it is not all that good for the tank because we are now above Toronto, and it didn't look like that was possible for like. The minute Toronto took over a few games ago, you'd think that, you know, they were going to see the back of us. But now we've won 3 on the trot and we play the Wizards tomorrow. So there's a real possibility we win again and make it 4 in a row. So don't know about that, but that's a great win. It's a great win for the players is what I'll say, because I feel like they played really well today. They put in a good shift. I feel like if there's any game that you want bang for your buck or you want a bit of reward for your effort, today was the day, because I think we played superbly on Houston, held Sengun for a half. I think that really stunted them. And Thompson with 6 or 7 turnovers. That's a massive part in the result of the game. Sengun and Green with 3 turnovers each as well. So massive performance by the lads. And I think there's got to be a lot of credit paid to the way this team played today. So, like, it's not often you're going to be able to get away with playing Reece Beekman for 22 minutes and we win the game. Tosin played 27 minutes. Martin played 20. Like, D'Lo played 26 minutes in the game. No one played over 30 minutes and we won the game. So that is staggering news, and that doesn't happen all that often in an NBA game, but here we are. So that's going to do it from me. I'm done. We're back here tomorrow to do this all over again, so hopefully my voice isn't botched from all that screaming at the back end of the game. But thank you for tuning in. Make sure to drop a like on the way out. Subscribe if you are new, and we're going to be back here tomorrow for what I feel like is more likely than not going to be a win for the Nets. I don't know. Very, very interesting team right now, this squad. They've won 3 in a row, and the team is supposed to be shit. So, in a very interesting situation. But come tune in so we can discuss it all, do the play-by-play, get excited if we win, down in the dumps if we lose, or the other way around because we're tanking. Nothing makes sense anymore. But we are done here. So thanks, everyone. Have a great rest of your day. We'll chat to you in 24 hours. Bye for now.